Hello everyone, Babylon here. Today we're just messing around with doing video editing. I did some transitions, trying different ones to see what it looks like and everything, and this is what I came up with. To do something anyway, I went to a geyser in the desert, uh, got some exotics and enzymes. Did the pack did pretty good, but at the same time I also found an exotic uh, deposit, and I'm going to try to do both at the same time. Maybe it'll work, I don't know. But some of the footage is kind of wonky. But like I said, it's just a practice video. Uh, doing some different stuff with it, trying out different transitions to see what it looks like. Trying to debate how I would want to do it in the future. Now the whole deal about this was is just that. All right, there's not no missions involved, nothing. But I figured if I was going to do it, I might as well do something, try to get some exotics or something that can help me out. This part you're seeing here, that's like I said, I just went and got the extractors and I'm bringing the horse back. And we'll put up the concrete fortifications and stuff. That's what I used. But I gotta find a way to get the pack not to run into the fortifications themselves and take damage. Uh, had one of them just sit in and constantly take damage, you would think that they'll find a way that where they either didn't affect them or uh, they were stay so far back away from the fortifications so far and not come all the way up to the fortifications. You know what I mean? But unless there's some way I can figure out how to do that, I mean that'd be pretty cool to do, set them up where they don't take damage and do damage to the defenses. Uh, it wasn't all that bad. The desert doesn't seem to give you any bosses or anything that gets you anything special. I did find this the one you're watching here is the second time. I did it the other time and lost the sound on it and had to redo it again. For some reason, I don't know why the sound had stopped on it, and I might have accidentally pushed a button. I can't tell if I'm pushing a button that's causing it to not recognize my headset, I guess, or and record. Uh, I don't know what the deal is with that. This time here, I went through and found a deal where I had to select my headset to where it would stay on the headset, and I think that's part of what was happening because a couple of times there I've lost uh, connection. I guess you want to say a couple of times, which caused me to actually lose the sound. I think that's what's happening. It's just not connecting. It's not resetting back to the headset. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. Other than that, I mean, this I'm still ready to do watch some thumbnail stuff, learn some about some of that stuff. Transition, I I thought it was something more difficult, but apparently it wasn't all that hard. I just had to find the right video out there. I mean, a lot of them guys, when they explain stuff, they just walk straight through it with no problem. But I finally found a guy that pretty much explains a lot of Twitch stuff, OBS stuff, and listen to him talk about his overlays and stuff like that. So, and he showed on one of his videos, it showed me how to do the transition. But no, other than that, I mean, I got some more stuff I need to learn. I need to find a way to make better thumbnails, but I'm not exactly sure what program or something I need, or if I can do it with my demo creator. I know I got some stuff on here like brand pack kits and stuff like that, but you have to purchase those. You have to upgrade to the deal, and I just can't do that. So uh, maybe in the future, but at least not right now anyway. So I don't know if the thumbnails is the same thing, but you only got so many options to choose from to design a thumbnail. But I've seen some pretty cool thumbnails on YouTube. Man, I like to get that good, but that kind of stuff's gonna take me a while. And right now I'm just trying to pet them all up because I'm just gonna start the deal up, get them all ready to go. But Yeah, I think the only ones that are not maxed out is when this was all said and done, was the buffalo and the horse. All the fighters are maxed out. 25 level 25. I guess is as high as level they can go. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it was interesting. And I also learned that you don't want to leave your exotic extractors alone by themselves in the desert. So that's the one thing we didn't complete. But you'll see me picking everything up and after setting it down and everything when it's over with. Right in fact, it's right after one of the transitions I put in. But quite a few of those transitions look pretty cool. Some of them didn't look like they do anything, but hey, it is what it is, man. I'll figure it out. But other than that, man, just this is what I've been doing, running around. I've already got all my concrete stuff. Like I said, that limestone thing actually drills limestone faster than you think. And I made a bunch of limestone stuff. Somebody building stuff out of limestone. But I just the wood looks are just not there for me, man. I just can't get into the wood look. But I tried looking at that stuff. Now the wooden floors, the interior wooden floors, they look good. But that regular wood beehive stuff and like that, to me, I just can't get into that. And I can't make brick. I don't think brick. I don't know if brick will look good or not. But either way, I know is that limestone looks pretty good. Concrete looks pretty decent. So. And of course, we've been putting some glass walls in, glass roofs in, and stuff like that. So I just gotta get all those parts made before I head over there. Yeah. But I don't know. It's 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 a coming, slowly but surely. Yeah, I think a couple times there they got stuck behind one of those big old formations back there. But that also happens in the forest too. They'll get stuck behind boulders and stuff. You have to run out and get their attention to change their direction and stuff. And we got it started. But actually, doing it this way here with the 8 wolves, I got 2 hyenas and 4 boars. They did a pretty good job handling everything. The scorpions, the cougars, and the hyenas. Like I said, the only thing I had an issue with was a couple of the wolves kept getting tied up in the defenses, the fortification down at the bottom down there, and taking damage. But that shocked me that you can actually reach down and repair those from the top of that, and there's plenty of room to walk as long as you don't go too fast to do all the repairing and everything you need. And I think most of the repairs had to come from me repairing what they walked through instead of, I don't think anything got up close to the fortification from one of them guys out there just tearing things up. Yeah, I think how it works is on this one here, it was like the first wave was hyenas, the second was cougars, and the last was scorpions. But it had a couple of strange looking scorpions I've never seen before. It kind of exploded, but the last time I did this here in this same spot, the last 2 waves was a mix of well, the first wave was hyenas, the second was cougars, and the last one was cougars and scorpion. But this time it didn't seem to get us any kind of jag or I keep wanting to say jaguars, but cougars, mountain lions, even put that word. Which is strange. They're in a desert. You usually need prairie land or mountain areas. There I got stuck. Couldn't get around there to see the facing of it. Y'all might want to remember that when y'all put that down. I shouldn't have got the wall that close. But I wanted to ensure I had enough room for the horse. Or if you bring the buffalo, you want enough room to put them in there. To me, they don't fight as good as the woods and stuff does. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump down and go find out where they're at. See, they're getting constantly taking damage. Make sure it's all repaired before I take off. I don't want to come back and find a broken piece or something. Now the first time I did this, the hyenas got stuck behind this wall over here. You know. So I thought they might be here again, but they weren't. So I went over to that other one straight across to see if there were anything over there, and that's when I ran into them. You can see how all of them are just piled up right there. All but hope they can get there to me. I think if I do this again, I'm going to see if I can find me a good spot over in that forest area to do it. Clear out an area where or try to clear an area out where you can get bears coming in. I want the black wolves to come in. It's just so much more rewarding when they come in. See, look how he just walks right into it. And then just sits down. I think the thing's on crack or something. He's just constantly taking damage. Here's where I'm going to jump down and go look on the other side of that same boulder to find all the scorpions. Oh, they had a cougar in there. Comes all the scorpions. Now I didn't collect all the meat. I did on that other one, and wound up with all that stringy meat and all that stuff. Filled up one of the refrigerators, and I still got a lot of that stringy meat in the other one that's not cooked yet. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know whether they keep getting more mounts or something, or more tames and stuff. Just build an army of stuff to run around the map with or something. But I think I've done enough of that trapping stuff. Because I spent quite a bit of time trying to make sure they got plenty of food. Those boars, they can really eat. Soaking that buffalo. All tied up in it. So it says 2 or 3. I think this right here is where it ends it. I think there's just a couple of them there that need to be finished. Yeah, it's ended there. I kept thinking there might be more or something before I jumped down and checked. Bodies everywhere on it. If you do one of these. See, he's sitting in it again, just taking damage. Now a couple of the, in that other one there, I broke a couple of those down there because I couldn't keep up with it. When you had something attacking it and all of a sudden all your animals run through it too, lengthways there, it just winds up tearing it, tearing it up too fast so you can't repair it fast enough. But you can, like you saw earlier, I can place them from the top of the roof, so I had backups with me just in case. Now I did bring down two extractors from the workshop. They're supposed to drill, I think it's like 33% faster, so it doesn't take near as long. But if I do them again, those again, I'm gonna put fortifications around it to help protect it from wildlife. You know, I did it once earlier with two of them, close together, and I lost one. But it's not like they were drawn to it. But here in the desert, I don't know what to do with it. Everything around it was dead when I set that stuff up, and I don't know what happened. But like I said, we lost two of those two extractors. We still got two more, but I want to know if it's going to be worth it. If just doing that, so you got quite a bit of exotics out of it. Now, if you wanted to, you can get a ton of leather, a ton of fur, a ton of meats out of harvesting all that stuff. But I got so much of leather and so much uh, fur and stuff, I didn't want to bother with that. And now that I got the uh, crude oil maker going, I can just put the barrel in that one deal and make my epoxy. I don't have to have the bone anymore, unless I make something out of bone. See, there he goes again, just sitting in there, taking damage. Whooping. How sad do you gotta be? But, yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed doing this stuff, but like I said, there's a lot I need to learn from it. But maybe one day I can get technical with videos and stuff and create something cool as hell. But it'll just take me a little bit of time. And I don't know why my voice is feeling the way it's feeling, but damn. I hope I'm not getting sick. That'd be terrible. Now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to set up the second uh, extractor. You can put two extractors on one deal here. And then I brought two windmills with me to hook up to it. And I ran off and left it and took care of some stuff and came back, and yeah, it wasn't good. But they didn't tear up the windmills, so. So my advice to you is to prepare for that, because those things are expensive to make. They're not cheap, especially early on. And my next transition. I don't know if I like that one or not, but just let y'all, if you want, just leave it in the comment. Which one y'all thought was the best one. You know, I mean, it was pretty cool. And here I'm just taking the defenses off so that way the wolves will quit running into them. And then we're going to start heading back, back over to the exotics there. It should have been done by now, I think. But at least I thought it would be. I think here's where I go around just feeding all the animals, make sure they don't get all hungry. Need to make some specialty meals for them. Just gonna use up his points real quick. I don't know if that does any good, adding it into those, get those little food buses going. To me, I think you would want more into protection and attack when it comes to your wolves and stuff. Your horses and stuff like that, I can see putting it in where they don't get thirsty near as much and stuff. But they also go up to a higher level too. Way more higher than 25. And there's that transition. And this is where I come over and found it all destroyed. But we got a little bit of exotics out of it, but not enough to adjust the cost of it, what it took to make the stuff. Gotta get everything picked up here and move it out. I'll put a beacon down here in a minute and then mark it where it's at so I don't forget. And I've been known to forget things. Just put all this stuff away. But yeah, it's just messing around here. So enjoy. Hope you enjoyed it. Gives you an idea of how you can do the exotics and stuff. So right now, we're gonna be back at our base. I gotta get started here in a little bit with my editing of a few more videos and practicing on some thumbnails. So I hope you've enjoyed this and like, subscribe, share if you want, leave a comment, and let me know which one of the transitions you liked. All right, y'all peace out.